Hello everyone, this is RayPCB, your trusted PCB partner. Today, we will introduce how to draw component symbols in CAD. The purpose of a component symbol is to represent the actual electronic component. We don't need to worry about what the component actually looks like. We just need to match the correct number of pins and then define the connection relationships for each pin. This means we need to have a certain understanding of the component. When drawing component symbols, you need to ensure that the symbols match those provided in the component's datasheet. Now, let's draw a digital display tube with the model number SM400 NG8. First, we need to open the projector pin, the project we created earlier, and click on Component Symbol Editor. Here, for easier component drawing and reference, I've arranged the windows side by side. On the left is our component drawing window, and on the right is the datasheet for the digital display tube. First, let's take a quick look at this digital display tube. It's a single digit display divided into 8 segments, A, B, C, D, E, G, 1, F, and there's also a decimal point, DP. Altogether, it has 10 pin spins, 1, and 6 are input pins, and the other 8 are output pins. It's a common anode type, so pins 1 and 6 are inputs. The pins of this component are arranged on the left and right sides. So how do we draw it now? First, click on the library we created earlier, the component library database, and create a new component. Since this is an official component, it has a model number, so we'll use that model number. As we mentioned in the previous lesson, its reference designator should be LED, so we'll set the reference as LED, and that's fine. Next, we start by placing the pins, click to draw pins, and then we'll draw them in order. The first pin is the common input, which we usually label as COM, and its number is 1. Here, since it supplies power, we set its property as power input. Since we draw the left side first and then the right side, we keep the direction as right, and then we draw this first pin. Next, let's look at the second pin, which is F. We can just double click here to bring up the pin window. Its name is F, pin number 2, and its property is set to output. The other settings remain unchanged, and we place this as the second pin. When placing it, be careful not to overlap, place it a bit lower. That's pin number 2. Double click once again for the third pin. This particular third pin is designated as G, and all the other associated parameters will remain completely unchanged. Moving on to pin number 4. This specific pin number 4 is E, and finally pin number 5 is D. Now, pay attention to pin number 6. Since there are 10 pins, we usually arrange them symmetrically on both sides. So with 5 on the left, we'll place 5 on the right. The order is usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then from bottom to top, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double click. There are more things that need to be changed here. The name for pin 1 and pin 6 is the same. Still COM, the serial number is 6, and the property is power input. Also, pay attention to the direction arrow, it's on the left side. It's on the left side of the component. When we place it, we draw it on the right side. Usually the drawing is symmetrical, so pin 5 and pin 6 are placed in the same way, just a bit farther apart, because later we'll need to draw the symbol for the digital tube inside to make it more illustrative. 6, then 7, represents the concept of dynamic programming, or DP, which is a powerful algorithmic technique. Following this, you will need to meticulously change it back to the desired output format, ensuring that all other parameters and configurations remain precisely the same and are not altered in any way. 8 is C, and everything else remains completely unchanged, just as it was before, without any alterations. Specifically, the number 9 is represented by the letter B, and the number 10 is represented by the letter A. This is a common convention in certain systems. So, with that, we've finished drawing all 10 pins, but a component symbol like this would look quite unattractive, so we usually continue drawing to make it more visually representative. So first, we need an outer frame. As we discussed in the previous lesson, we draw a rectangular frame. The rectangular frame should have the component pins just touching its edges, extending outward like an IC. With this, the basic outline of the component is already formed. To make our component look more realistic, we usually also draw some of the internal features. For this part, we can draw the symbol for 8 and a dot. To draw the 8, we choose to use a polygon tool. First, draw a horizontal line, then a diagonal line, another diagonal line, another horizontal line, a diagonal line, and a horizontal line again. Then draw the middle horizontal line and right click to finish. There, the 8 symbol is now complete. Next, there's a dot. For the dot, we can simply use a circle. The approximate position is right here. Alright, now, when we look at this component, it matches the datasheet very clearly. When we draw the schematic symbol, we'll also have a very intuitive understanding of it. So remember to click save. Once you save it, it will be in our library. And in the future, when we draw schematics, we can select this component symbol from our own library. So that's all for today's content. Next time, we'll talk about information related to PCBs. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you, everyone.